Hey everyone, it's your boy Doc Williams, and today I'm going to be talking about how I created my business and how I only work 90 minutes a day. So come with me. Before we get started, make sure if you like online businesses, you like different tech reviews, understanding how businesses work, make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel. Okay, so I'm doing this video because I get a lot of questions, and this has been brought up on some episodes of Build With Me, how I built my agency and how I have my consulting business with only working 90 minutes a day. So I'm showing you behind the scenes of how I batch different tasks, my workflow, and what I do. So I'm going to be showing you through my Notion document how I'm keeping track and how I'm doing this daily. But I want you to also think about, before you watch this, is write down what you're stressed about, what's causing you the most stress in life. Either is it trying to accomplish certain tasks, marketing, what it is, because that's really important to understand your pain and what you're really being drained by before you start trying to break down on the time and follow this. The reason I say that is sometimes you can just outsource those things, but sometimes until you write it down and understand your feelings, it's really hard to do that. So let's get right into the schedule and begin. Okay, so this is my 90-minute workday workflow and what it looks like and all those things. So I'm going to break down each section and let you know. So the first thing is I have this on all of my notebooks. I put this on all of my documents. When I'm looking at how I'm going to maximize my time, I have the phrase, habits make you into the person you are. I do not know who said that quote, but I love it and I definitely agree with it. So that's what I keep in mind. I try to build these habits so I can be more efficient and do what I want. So let's go into how it's organized. I work in 30-minute blocks that make up 90 minutes, right? So most of my blocks range from 30 to 90 minutes. I can extend it to 90 minutes, but usually I work 3 blocks of 30. So I work 30 minutes, then I take a break or do something else, 30 minutes, take a break, do something else, and then another 30 minutes. So I spread out the 30 minutes, I spread out the 90 minutes of work per day throughout the day. Now, in certain days, if I'm busy or something, I might just do 90 minutes straight. But for the most part, I break it up and I'll explain why. So how I build this out is in 3 stages. And you can find this. This is in a book called Deep Work as well. And there's tons of other resources about it. But it talks about making sure you break up your day and how it's organized. So I have a planning, executing, and researching stages throughout the day. And each stage ranges from 5 to 30 minutes depending on what's going on. And I time myself when I'm doing this. So planning stage, I'm going to plan out what I need to do. Answering emails, if I need to talk to the team, break down certain projects so I can tell the team what to do, whatever. That's all in planning. I don't execute. I'm not doing the tasks. I'm just planning it out. And this actually really helps because this is almost like a brain dump. A lot of times there's a lot of anxiety when you don't plan everything out. And that's what causes you not to do that activity later in the day. So my planning session is as much as I can think of. I just do a dump of all of these things. Then afterwards, I have an executing time where I have 5 to 30 minutes, and then I do nothing but executing. I have my clear plan, and all I'm doing is checking off the tasks as I'm doing it. Now, keep in mind, I'm executing tasks, not projects necessarily, because tasks make up projects. So I'm doing something very calculated and making sure that I can perform the task versus needing extra help or researching or knowing more information. If I run into something and I need to know more information, I automatically move that into the next phase, which is the researching phase. The reason I'm doing that is I'm building on momentum. Okay, let me make that a little bit bigger there. Okay, so again, planning, executing, and researching. Now, the question is, what if it's only 5 minutes, and then I'm going back into planning? That's okay. You can go through it, but as long as you're systematically moving through all 3. So we went through planning and executing. The next one is researching. Again, if I'm having trouble with a task in the execution, or I need to watch a video, need to talk to someone so I know more information, I go and do the research. Now, an example of planning, I said like answering emails, entering tasks for the team. I'm doing, I'm writing out what tasks I need to perform, all of those things. All right. So that's my wheelhouse. That's what I'm doing in the whole thing. Now, if you look at it right here, if I'm doing 90-minute blocks, I might spend only 30 minutes planning, and then I'll go either for a walk, or I work out, or I do something like that, because I'm just getting my mind off it. What I find is, especially getting started, some people, and I do this occasionally, some people can go 90 minutes straight, but a lot of times I just start goofing off or I do something else. So I'm tapped out for a second. I'm good for a half an hour, and then I do something else. So going through all those things. Okay, so blocks per day. So the blocks per day I have mandatory. I have my admin blocks per day, and I'm answering emails, putting in tasks for the team, and I'm doing that 1 to 2 times a day. I'm usually doing my admin stuff in the morning, and then I'm doing my admin stuff 30 minutes before the end of my day, whenever that is. Now, I have pretty odd hours, so I admit that. So just keep that in mind. But I do it 30 minutes before I end, because 10 minutes, if you're trying to answer emails 10 minutes before you're off the clock, you'll just go over time every time. So again, I only do it 30 minutes at the end. Some people need it an hour before because they get too antsy. But again, you can get really low on your emails. I'm not huge on inbox zero. Like I try to just keep it low. I try to keep it under like 15 emails in it. But some people get really that endorphin rush when they have that inbox zero. So I just say, go with what's reasonable for you and not stressful. The next thing is the action. So action is when I'm like doing mastermind calls, I'm being in meetings, I'm doing consulting calls, I'm doing whatever. And the action is usually happening between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. personally for me. And then I take a nap, and then I wake up and I work probably sometime after 8. And I work, it just depends. Sometimes I work at midnight. Sometimes I'm working at 1. It just, my schedule, I just work when I feel good versus putting in set times. That's just me. Everyone's different. The other one is, and I mean, if you have other responsibilities too. And by the way, if you're looking at this, I started doing this when I was working another job too. So I'm not saying like, oh, this is someone that has all the time in the world. No, you organize it based on what's available to you. The other one is, planning when I'm building SOPs and all of those things, and then researching, asking a friend, Googling, or watching videos. And if anyone cares, I can show you what our SOPs look like. So this is our SOP that we build for every single time. We have a 1-sentence summary, so the purpose and the importance of the task. So say, for instance, if I'm talking about I need to book 10 discovery calls in a month. Why is that so imperative? And that workflow has to be really good, because that equals 80% of our revenue. Okay, that's pretty important. So we have to get this right. So if I'm doing it, I know what's at stake, but also too, if I'm having a VA or someone on the team or a project manager do it, whatever task they're doing or whatever, SOP they're following, they now know the importance. There's none of this, well, I didn't know what, no, you know exactly how much money this makes us. You know where we're at. It's right there. Also too, in this document, it shows 1-sentence summary, then resources, screen recordings, or just, a walkthrough of what's, required for the task. Then there's a step-by-step list. Then there's a completion checklist. And so they can duplicate this every single time. And that way everyone is accountable. Everyone knows what's going on. And if there's a problem, if something breaks down, we just update the SOP. And so it might not be a problem with someone. They might follow all the steps and all the completion lists. We didn't think of something. So we just update it. But if something goes wrong, we can easily pull this up like, oh, you did this procedure, this SOP. Okay, so what happened? Wait, you said that you checked all of these checklists. Wait, there's something missing, right? So we can see, is it our procedures or the person's just not following through? And again, it makes it pretty clear and everyone's accountable, right? It's not to get anyone in trouble, just everyone knows exactly what's required of them. So we went through that blocks per day. Okay. And that I just showed you the SOP because that's part of the planning section. And then the other section I have is the themes per day. So during the week, pretty much I work 4 days a week, something like that, because I have my meetings. Yeah. So meetings on Monday. That's basically all my clients and everything, either consulting or meetings. If I'm in masterminds, usually it's on Mondays. That's the whole day. That's the whole theme. It used to be Money Monday when I was sending a lot of invoices and we'd just be like, give me that money. It would be Money Monday, but now it's Meeting Mondays. The next one is Video Wednesdays. If I need to have a better name for Video Wednesdays, let me know. But Video Wednesdays is all of my live streaming when I'm either live streaming on the Build With Me. So my YouTube channel, if I'm on AppSumo, I'm on Wednesdays. If I'm doing other webinars, it's usually on Wednesday, so I have that. The next one is Creation Thursday. That's where I'm batching tasks. I'm batching usually for me, it's batching videos. And so again, the team, I'm usually the one on camera, and this is my responsibility. So the entire Thursday, I'm usually batching videos. The next part on Friday is Discovery Friday. I'm either learning or taking classes. I'm either catching up on something, but I'm taking notes and making sure I'm more proficient so I can tell the team. And then Sunday is prep day, just like meal prep. I'm doing a prep day where I am making sure that I'm answering emails. I'm usually also live streaming a lot of the time too, just because I'm testing out new things. But it allows me to have a jump on Mondays because I don't want to have a full Monday where I'm trying to be in meetings and things are going through like, important emails, all those things. I'm sending out emails to clients or to students on Sunday. So then either I can easily understand what's going on and fix it or send it to someone else on the team, but it can be very proficient. So that's how I work 90 minutes a day. Now, there's something else that I should have mentioned as I'm going through this. Some people are like, well, how can you really do this? I cut out all distractions when I'm in these planning, executing, or researching phases. So I turn off all of my notifications on my laptop. On social media, I turn off all my notifications. I put my phone on airplane mode. And then I just get to work from that. If you look at it, even my desktop I set up so I don't have distractions. Like, as you can probably see, that's just for the camera, right? If you look at it, like my desktop is blank. I use something called Hidden or something, and I just turn off all, so I can't see anything. So I can't get distracted. I can't do any of those things. And that's really helped with me and my peace of mind and just getting things done. And then that's it. And for the most part, like, okay, there might be extreme circumstances, but for the most part, you don't need to be connected. You can solve something after the 90 minutes or during your 30-minute sprints. So that's how I organize my day. It's 90-minute work days. And by the way, it's taken me a while in order to do this. If you've seen my Build With Me series, I'm actually working on automation. I'm working to streamline my business and my operations in order to work 90 minutes. But it's definitely possible once you put the right systems in place. So if you're interested in putting your systems in place, understanding how to optimize and automate your business, make sure that there's a link down below that you can actually contact me. And so we'll see if it's a good fit. If either we work one-on-one so you can start building it out for your own business or work with your team, or also we have different courses and different templates for you to automate your own business and make sure that you can get down to 90 minutes. It's definitely possible. I've done this 90 minutes of side hustle when I was working 2 other jobs. I now do 90 minutes running this company and doing all the other live streams. When a lot of times people see that I'm putting out a lot of content or I'm everywhere, but really it's all because of systems and automation. I don't hustle that hard. I want to make sure that I'm in control and I understand where I want to be purposefully and not be erratic or just all over the place, and so I can get burned out on all those things. So if you're interested, let me know. And also, please let me know if this video was helpful for you. If there's questions that you have, or there's follow-ups, you want to see more of my SOPs, or also too, I have a business meeting once a week with the team. If you're interested in seeing that, let me know. I'll do other videos. And again, this is for you to make sure that you're scaling your online business the way that you want it. So I'll talk to you in the next video.